So I just went live. Share it all over the place, guys.
Yep. Need perfect timing. That's a point perfect.
Why are you distracted?
Well, you're changing right around.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Main Street Prowlers. Today is very special. We have the Blind Ref with us, as well as another special guest with us. Not you, Rob. We have Andreas Jonason with us today. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Definitely glad that our internet is back up and running. but, we're glad that we actually could get you on stream today because we were trying to get you on last year, but it's just everything just went wrong last year. but
It sure did, yeah. Pretty interesting winter for us.
Right. So first question is, you must be really happy to be back with the team actually physically in the league again.
Sure. I mean, we waited essentially 18 months, right? I mean, we spent all of that. I had so many guys in Watertown. We have such a great team, and we play 2 or 3 practice games, and then situations happen, and then we didn't play. So, yeah, I mean, the fans, the players, the coaching staff, I mean, everyone's just dying to play some.
Right. And not only do you just have Watertown this year, you also are bringing in a brand new team in Binghamton. So tell us how you actually got started with Binghamton.
I kind of knew there was an opportunity that the Devils perhaps weren't going to stay there with the AHL. And when you look at a market like Binghamton, it's phenomenal for our league. Financially, the city can, the fan base can support the team. But I didn't see that the ACHL was going to be viable. So it was this was my best and only option. And the county that manages the building agreed with that they wanted to keep pro hockey there, keep our legacy alive. We've been now 4 or 5 months, I think, since we announced it, and feedback's been phenomenal. The hockey community there, the business community, they love hockey so much, and they were so passionate about, the Devils, and before that the Senators, and before that the Rangers, and I think they're so happy to have a team that's going to stay there for a long time, truly be a part of Binghamton, not be a team that's just coming and going.
Sorry there, we're just getting a lot of comments saying that we're a little bit hard to hear right now, so just give us 1 second, Andrea.
Sure.
So that should be hopefully a little bit better. And
Okay, let's hope so.
so Justin, seriously.
Need a chair. A chair.
So for the people that couldn't hear, tell us a little bit more about the Binghamton story.
Sure. I kind of knew or heard through the grapevine that the Devils perhaps were they weren't going to return from Newark, where they brought their AHL team back to New Jersey during COVID, and we heard that perhaps weren't going to come back. And I knew that there might possibly be an opportunity, because I knew the county really wanted to keep professional hockey in Binghamton. And I think I looked at a couple different options with them. We discussed, obviously AHL was out of question. We discussed East Coast League, and we discussed the Fed. And the Fed is by far the business model that makes sense there. The fans are very passionate. They wanted to keep a team there. It's been now 4 or 5 months since we made the announcement, and the fan base and the business community have been incredibly supportive. Like the league has never been in a situation before. Well, Elmira went from coast to the Federal Hockey League, and that was kind of what we could base our motto on, with the success that the Enforcers had once they came from the coast. So we're feeling really positive. I think the fans are very happy in seeing ticket prices are a lot lower, a lot more open style of hockey, and I think it's also important for the people in Binghamton to have a team that's truly theirs, because they had the Devils for a few years. Before that it was the Senators, which on the ice were a little more successful. Before that it was the Rangers, and they just kind of went through having a couple different teams. And I think as much as they value having NHL hockey, I think the ticket prices were a little expensive. Financially, it was very near impossible for the ownership to keep an AHL team there. And ultimately, I think the fans are really happy with what we're offering. I think we can't wait for the home opener.
Yeah, it's definitely coming into ACHL market, so you have to, of course, like, price a little bit higher. But I think once they see the FHL market in their arena, not only will it be better ticket prices, but a more passionate game than what they're used to. Because not only are they just playing hockey, but they're playing for the love of the game as well.
That's exactly what we're selling. I mean, our guys are here because they love the game. They want to keep the dream alive of playing professional hockey for a couple more years. I mean, they're not looking to get called up or traded or try to go to Europe, and they're not necessarily basing their entire life decisions surrounding what goes on in the rink. I mean, our guys, as you've seen, our community involvement is a big part of the Fed, which at an AHL level is much harder to do the things that we can do with our players. And I think they're really looking forward to getting to know these guys and becoming just like in Watertown, where the fans and the boosters and the supporters are so tight with the players. And I think that's something that perhaps hasn't quite been the case in Bingo. And I think that's something that fans are really looking forward to.
Right. But definitely something to get excited about. So. And I do have to ask you a
Absolutely.
question.
I think there's a lot of.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No, I was just, and I think there's certainly a lot of excitement.
Right. I do have to ask though, why did you go with the Black Bears for Binghamton?
That's a good question. So, whenever you put a new team, right, because we were kind of coming, we wanted to do something a little bit different. So, we had a very small focus group of local stakeholders, fans, and just people from primarily the hockey community. And we looked at what is something that is pretty common in the local area, which the Black Bears are actually very common in Broome County. Almost everyone has the Ring doorbell. They have some footage, or they've seen one, or they've met one. It's an animal that, it's quite easy to make a good mascot out of it, to create some merchandise, to create a kids club. Like, we didn't want to pick something that was too maybe unusual. And obviously there was a little bit of a time crunch to it, right? So we had to come up with something good, something workable, and we also didn't have a year to spend on it. So I think we're happy with the way it went. I think the logo is a little different from the traditional, like the Boston Bruin or other teams that use the Bears. So I think it actually came out and it's been received really well. I mean, we picked the green jersey because that's the official, like the city color of Binghamton. Black one is kind of like we planned it for rivalry nights with Watertown and Elmira, which unfortunately we're not going to have as many of those, so I guess we'll have to wear it for our friends from Danbury. And the white one, I just think it's a beautiful, like a throwback, almost a retro New York Ranger jersey.
Right. And I do have to say though, I'm kind of jealous of your jerseys out there. So. And,
I think you guys look good too. But thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of hard work went into that one. We have great guys who did all that work for us.
Right. Going into more depth, since you own both Watertown and Binghamton, how big of a rivalry do you expect between your two teams?
I'm sorry, I completely lost you. What was the question?
Since you own both Watertown and Binghamton, how much of a rivalry do you expect between your two teams?
Oh, I hope there's going to be the same as with any other team. You know, as far as that stuff goes, you know, I obviously Watertown, I have a very good idea of the roster because of last year how things were. Binghamton, just because the sheer amount of work that's needed to go into a building like that in a market with very high standards, I really have left the roster mostly up to Coach Rob, to Coach Davidson rather, to work with the players. So I wouldn't say that I have as much. No, I mean, I know that sounds bad. It's not like I don't care. It's just there's been so many things going on. But on the ice, you know, the players in the locker room. If I tell Tyler Jurich of the Black Bears, or if I tell Lane King to hold back, I don't think that anyone's going to hold back. Right? Like on the ice, it's just another game, and it certainly that's what we want too.
Awesome. And that's something that we want to hear too. Because we definitely love the rivalries.
So if you look at, Barry is probably the best example, right? I mean, it was at one point the Barry-Sosky Hockey League, right? And you still, he's got you guys, Carolina, right? So I don't think that those games are any different for the player. I mean, it'll be different for me watching the game. I'll just really hope nobody gets hurt. But as a player, I don't think. I wouldn't want it to be anything different. And I'm certainly not going to tell Clarkie or Rock to play any different because it happens to be my team on the other side.
Right. So, with going back to Watertown though, you guys just took a hard hit in losing Ryan Marker. How are you going to replace a player like that?
Marker was a great player on our team. As you know, he's a great goal scorer. He's a very, very hard worker. And he now got called up to the East Coast League, right, which is a great feather in the cap for the entire league and for Ryan and for the Delaware Thunder organization. Marker, really, he was on a personal level. He wanted to play closer to home, which is Philadelphia for him. And we have a very good relationship with that organization, so we were able to work out a deal for him to return there. I believe that as much as he's a phenomenal player, I think if you looked at our roster, the team was incredibly stacked, and Clark is a phenomenal recruiter. So I think as much as we're going to miss Ryan, there's going to be a player out there waiting to take his spot. So we wish him all the best, and I really hope he does well in college with his opportunity there. But once a player moves on, you try to focus on what you have in the locker room and how you can replace that player, rather than focusing on how much we're going to miss him.
Sorry about that. Definitely going to miss, especially the physicality coming into Mick Warren from Ryan. So that's the one thing that I'm going to miss coming in from you guys.
I think we'll get plenty of guys who can play pretty physical. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Right. Coming into this year, too. God, I just had the question up on my. I just left my brain.
What brain?
But going into this year too, do you expect both teams to do really well, and are you giving both teams a fighting chance?
Absolutely, yes. I think as far as Watertown, we were extremely outspoken all of last year that I think we had the strongest team, and perhaps the strongest team that was ever assembled to play in this league. And the expectation was to win a championship last year. Didn't end up happening, obviously, as you know, with everything that went on. But the expectation in Watertown is extremely high. Coach expects to win. The staff up there expects to win. The players coming in expect to win. I expect to win. I mean, we treat the players exceptionally well, but we also demand a lot from them. So everybody that's out there knows what's expected. Binghamton is no difference there. Obviously, coming in as a new team without an expansion draft, you're starting fresh. I mean, you're literally signing guys, your first player, your second player, your third player. So I'm not going to say that it's not a different situation. However, we're playing a 60-game regular season, so Coach Davidson has all the time in the world to find a winning formula. And the fans in Binghamton, one of the big things that they brought up was since we won the Calder Cup in, I want to say 2011. I don't want to put myself on the cross if we have a lot of listeners from there, but they didn't have a lot of success on the ice. And I know it's incredibly important that, you know, getting in the playoffs, you got to be 6 out of 7, right? But you want to get home field advantage, and you want to truly be a team that has a chance of winning a championship. The facilities in Binghamton are second to none. I mean, this is obviously it was an AHL arena for a very long time. It's to the highest specification. Your locker rooms, gyms, everything off the ice is catered so well for the team. You're playing in a little bit of a bigger market. So I think it's going to be really exciting for the players coming in there. So certainly the expectation of winning and the culture of winning is going to be just as strong in Binghamton as in London.
That's definitely well-spoken words. So it's definitely you do have a few fans coming in the chat too, so it's definitely something that they want to hear too. So to serve the Binghamton fans, because that's what's mainly coming in right now. How are you gonna honor their hockey history from the Calder Cups and all that? Are you gonna? I know from our previous past support here on, we are trying to get the old championship banners back up. Are you gonna honor it, like the past championships from past teams like that, or how are you gonna celebrate the past teams?
That's a good question. I mean, as far as banners and stuff, I think that's more up to the arena, really, what they want there. We're certainly, wow, that's a good, you put me on the spot there. I think you can go two ways with this, right? Like, there is a lot of history in Binghamton, but I think there's also a little bit of, I'm trying to phrase this the right way. I think there has been some disappointment in the past with organizations too. So we don't, like, we're carrying on the legacy of pro hockey, but we're also representing something new. But we would love to do something like a retro night, or bring in a couple of, you know, maybe Ranger players or alumni that played here in the past. We want to honor them because we realize we're a part of a 40-plus year history, which doesn't usually happen to teams from, you know, in this league. That it hasn't really happened before. So we're in a unique situation, but we want to honor the past, while at the same time get our model kind of up and running, if that makes sense. And certainly,
right,
if there are fans on here that have any ideas, we certainly want to hear them.
Right, and that's definitely something that the fans want to hear going forward. Because I know, especially coming out from here, we love our history, but like you said, we need to move forward as well, especially with the new brand. And we do have
right.
We do have Stephen Binghamton. I'm sorry, Stephen Binghamton. He says the facilities out in Binghamton are very beautiful. So you're inheriting something that's going to be great for you starting up.
Oh, the building is spectacular. I mean, you got 5,000 seats, luxury boxes, the player facilities, gym, medical office, stuff that just isn't in most other arenas. It's a different environment, you know, because the pressure, I guess, is in a different way, because you've got to draw a good crowd. Like, you have a 5,000 seat building, you're going to have a good crowd for it to feel busy. While, as you know, in Watertown, it doesn't matter. I mean, every day there is loud, and like I've always said, the greatest fans, you know, and I'm sure Binghamton fans will prove me wrong or tied during the season, but I love the fans that we have in Watertown with just how difficult it is as an opponent. I'm sure you've seen it for the Prowlers. It's a very difficult building to go on and play because of how on top of you that the fans are. I mean, I wouldn't say that, you know, there's no gym in the building, there's no medical office, we don't have those facilities in Watertown, but Clarkie and Robbie do a great job. They can do with what they have. They have an office the size of a closet, but they run one whatever of an organization out of there. So
Right.
but certainly Binghamton is second to none. And I hope we get to welcome fans from elsewhere to come down. We have great deals. We're selling luxury boxes for I believe it's $500, including I think it's 20 or 25 tickets. So you can come down, have a great day, watch the game, you know, hopefully see your team lose to the Bears, and, you know, have a nice night.
And $500 for 25 tickets in a luxury box is kind of cheap. So, and
You can't beat it. I mean, we're less than half of what it used to be, because we want to sell those suites out
Right.
every night. You know, it's a way for us to kind of put a new, you know, kind of a new mark on things.
exactly. And but right now, we are about to hit our commercial break, and I do want to thank you for coming on our show tonight, even though we were kind of delayed and we had technical issues at the start. But thank you for hanging around with us and dealing with our screw-ups, even though it was a little bit longer.
Oh, don't worry about it, guys.
Is there anything else you want to add for your fans out there?
Just can't wait to have you guys back. Watertown, Binghamton, any other building. You know, can't wait to have you guys back.
And we definitely can't wait to have both your teams out to Port Huron. So thank you for coming back on.
All right, thank you guys. All right, thanks.
All right. And just remember, we are at Great Lakes Gaming today, and for the rest of the season we'll be here. We want you to come down. They are open later than the mall here. They are right off the food courts. They're right here. You can easily get them. It's easily accessible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to fit so many words into this before commercial break. But they've been amazing. James, Gage, they own the place, even from their employees and volunteers, Billy, Mike, Ashton. Everybody here is amazing. They'll take care of all your gaming needs, even if you're just learning. They will take care of you. And we will show you the place right after we come back from break.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, League Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. And hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
You know,
Welcome back. We are going to be switching the camera around, so hang with us. No, we're not. Never mind. But we do have Austin back on the.
if you want, you can move Dana down.
No.
Oh, there he goes. There you are.
So hi, Austin. You remember him from last week? He's a roadside rogue. I'm sorry. Hopefully the power doesn't go out this time.
Hey,
But this time you at least came a little bit more prepared.
Yeah.
We have the blind ref over here hitting me.
That's not my wood.
But what did you bring with you today?
Brought an actual dueling lightsaber this time. This one lights up Guardian Blue.
Ooh.
These are the actual ones that we use in our combat. Pommel is actually made of high-grade aluminum, and the blade is made of polycarbonate. These things are designed to take some damage and dish out some damage.
Okay. As I'm drooling all over myself.
weapon too.
But so go into a little bit more of. I know you talked about it last week. Go more of more a little bit in depth of what Portside Rogues is.
Yeah, Portside Rogues is the lightsaber academy in Port Huron. We teach all 7 different forms. I believe we got through that last time. At least the 7 forms. We won't have to waste. Oh, is it not hearing me?
Nope, you're just speaking a little bit too late.
Oh, all right.
That's why we're trying to work with them. I know Kelly has a complaint a little bit before, but this is the nicest guy ever. He just needs to learn to speak up a little bit. But, yeah. We can fix that since we have one of the best mics out there.
Yeah, so...
Sorry about that, though, Austin.
No, that's all right. But yeah, we teach all 7 forms. From the last episode, we went over those ones before the power went out.
I think you were talking about the last one right when it went out.
Yeah, we were talking about the differences between the different sports. How it's 6 times more complex than modern day fencing, and it's about twice as difficult as HEMA. And if anyone doesn't know what HEMA is, if you go to like the Renaissance Festival and you see the knights in full armor doing all their fighting, that's HEMA.
Okay.
Yeah. Lightsaber combat has more forms, more styles, and a little bit more leniency on their rules as well. So it makes it a little more complex.
And a lot of people would say, isn't this just Star Wars you're doing?
A lot of what we do is Star Wars based. Everything that we teach goes by the actual comics and all the teachings throughout the series and everything. There are actual 7 forms throughout the extended universe and everything like that. So what we teach is its own thing. There's no martial arts skill. It's just what comes up in the comics that we've turned into the real thing.
So it's more than just following fan fiction and all that.
Yeah. Outside of the combat, we do teach the choreography. We teach tournament-style dueling along with actual combat. We do a couple of other smaller things, like we do teach a couple people meditation. If you really want to go the route of Jedi or Sith, we'll actually teach you those as well. So it's a lot of Star Wars, but we've made it more realistic.
But it's definitely fun though either way, right?
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun.
And then you do have a tournament coming up in October from my understanding, right?
Sadly, the September 25th one had to be canceled. There wasn't enough participants this year, so hopefully next year we'll get the ball rolling a little bit, more people trained and taught, and get them next year.
But the good thing is that you'll be in a new location next year.
Hopefully, yes, definitely. We definitely are looking forward to getting a new location.
And that's where we come in.
Mm-hmm.
Because Main Street Prowlers, I started back in 2016. And I also started Blue Water Paranormal Research back in 2012 as another subsidy name. But Austin is part of the paranormal research as well. And getting to know Austin, I was like, we're both like-minded. And he was doing everything outside of out in the elements. So I'm like, come on in, use a safe space, come on in. So that's one of our major announcements today, is that me and him have partnered up to form Main Street Blue Water LLC. So definitely a happy day to actually finally announce that, because at the start of last year I announced that I was finally starting to go for it. So it's something that's a dream come true. I don't know about for you, but
oh yeah, definitely.
So Austin is going to be 25% owner in the whole company, so that'll be a great thing for us, since he brings so much excitement to our team as well as the stability that we needed. So, I'm sorry I didn't mean to take your spotlight, but
You're good, buddy.
I just wanted to announce the excitement that we have. Anyways, going back more into what you're doing with Portside Rogues. What differs you from all the other groups that would be in the area or in the state?
A huge difference that we have between other groups that's in the area, within the local area, within maybe 2 hours from where we're sitting right now. Most other groups don't actually teach. They're more of like hobbyist groups. They're not actually, they haven't trained in it. They don't teach it really. I don't want to, not to talk bad about any groups, but we have one of the biggest international ones out in, I want to say Midland. I want to say it's Midland area. Michigan's the Saber Legion. They're an international group, really big, but oddly enough, they actually don't teach so much as what you would expect. They are a lot more, they have a lot more equipment and stuff like that, and the people that come through that system are very highly trained. But if you're coming in as a newbie, I wouldn't really suggest jumping right into the Saber Legion, primarily, not here in Michigan at least. This location doesn't teach. There's smaller groups like the Imperial Knights of Detroit and the Grey Mercenary Knights. They'll teach you how to swing it and everything like that, but they won't teach you any of the 7 forms.
Okay.
Per se. Those are the only real differences between our groups. Any other groups that's in the area, you can go all the way to Kalamazoo for the Lightspeed group, which I don't know anything about them, so I really can't say. So it's kind of like, it's all broken and it's different areas. Everyone teaches their own kind of thing. I think Terra Prime teaches Kendo base, just with the lightsabers. At least they teach you, but it doesn't fall within the 7 lightsaber styles. They actually have their own licensing for Kendo, and they teach it through that way. But they won't teach you very much the double blade or the dual wield, which is like, a lot of people love the double blade. You see Darth Maul on the animated series in episode 1, and a lot of people see that and they really want to learn that. There's not very many groups in the area that actually teach it, so we're one of the ones that actually says not only can we teach it, but that's our specialty. So,
Right. And it's definitely exciting. It's I'm glad that we actually are able to finally promote this for you.
yeah.
So, more than just a paper too. I saw that you got the paper, so that was actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
I know he has a little bit of a different hair dye right now, but
Looks a little more homeless. I had a beard.
Kelly.
Hey. Good talking about don't pick on the beard.
Right here, the blind rep. But no, Kelly was like, you dyed your hair.
I got black hair now. Blonde, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's, honestly, when you first walked in, I got what?
Well, I
But-
can't answer that question.
Can you answer it?
I don't even know what color his hair was in the first place.
Do you know anything?
Nope. It's like it's gonna be another one of those years where I don't see nothing, don't see at all.
How do you even find the puck in the morning?
Frozen in the freezer.
Well, how can you find the freezer though? That's like,
How do I walk around my house?
is that why there's a lot of things?
No.
Okay.
That's what the hockey pucks are for.
But yeah, what else is there to your Portside Rogues though that you want to get out there?
one of the really big things that we absolutely love and a lot of the community loves is our behind the scenes kind of work that we're doing within the community itself. We call it Project Chivalry. And chivalry, kind of like how a knight's code is. The rules and regulations of fighting and honor and combat. What we're actually doing is we're looking to partner up with places that have, troubled teenagers, broken home kids, runaways, vandals, these kids that people just throw in the corner and leave alone, they don't do anything with, kind of a thing. We're actually looking to give them the outlet of lightsabers as a fitness and a program that they can get into and enjoy, and then partner them with mentors and father figures as well. And the statistics on it was what really set us off on starting this program. About like 70% of the kids inside of juvenile systems are from broken homes. It could be as quick and easy for them to stop being in those systems if just somebody paid attention to them, someone to look up to, like a father figure in their life. About out of those ones, 65% will be in and out of prison for the rest of their lives if this doesn't change. And 90% of teen suicides come from these children. So what our mission is with Project Purity, or Project Chivalry, is to help these kids along a better path, give them a little bit of a better chance in life just by giving them a lightsaber, having them do some drills and some stuff, and then have them look up to have people in their life to look up to as a father figure, somebody to strive to be more like in their life. And maybe, just maybe, these statistics will start to drop in our own area, and we'll have better kids.
Right, and that's definitely what we're always aiming to do, is, especially through this podcast as well, as to help people get out of their usual funks that have gone the wrong way in the past. So, and it's glad that we're partnering up with you for that fact as well.
Yeah, one of our things is there's no bad kids, there's just misunderstood kids right now. And it's bad because we have all these schools and all the programs and stuff that we have right now, and we're still pushing them away. They have a nickname now for kids that's in the bad program. It's the Phoenix kids. If it's a Phoenix kid, they don't mess with them. They separate them from all the other kids and everything like that. And I don't really see that as harmful to them. Pushing them away because you ignore something doesn't mean it goes away.
Right.
Yeah.
And what can you do, right?
Hey, we do our best, right? We find better solutions.
I do want to thank you for that, though, and thank you for waiting a little bit longer to get all that out as well.
Oh, no problem at all.
And you just went to a tricking campus weekend, too.
Yes, the tricking barn. I believe that was in Fowler, Michigan. It's a good 2-hour drive, but we get out there. There's these amazing athletes. It's just got such great vibes. Everyone gets along real well. We all joke around and have some great times. And they teach you, I learned how to deadlift at this place. That's something kind of cool to do. You get up in the morning, you do some silly cartwheel type stuff and everything to teach you to do better jumps and flips and kicks. And it's fun because lightsaber combat gets really close to these trickers. And we did have a night where everyone picked one up and was having a blast with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Before we get hit with a break, though, which is in just a few minutes, I do want to remind everybody here that we are at Great Lakes Gaming tonight. There's still a few Magic games going on, so if you want to come in, please come in. They'll accommodate you in any way possible. And you can come pick up a lightsaber and steal this one, guys, right here.
Come over here, I'll teach you how to use one.
And it's actually pretty beautiful, too. If you want to go on to the Portside Rogues Facebook page or the TikTok, too. They definitely have a lot of tricks going on, a lot of techniques. It's just pure beauty as well if you're just looking at it.
Yeah.
So it's and that's something we hope to have on eventually, on the show. Right now we're just kind of in a cramped space, so I don't want to get hit in the head.
Oh no.
Oh god, I just got hit by the blind rod. But yeah, it's he'll be with us in our shop though to give demonstrations, give classes, and whenever the weather is cooperating, he can take you outdoors too to enjoy the good weather while learning these good techniques. It's not just about lightsabers as well. It's about learning for the future and actually being your best self.
It's all about getting out there, getting the fitness and health and everything that's going on out there as well. It's way more than lightsabers. It's definitely something I found out over these years.
Right. Thank you for coming on though, Austin, and I can't wait to get in the store with you.
Of course.
We are about to go to our next break. If I can get the right camera on. But remember, we are at Great Lakes Gaming. We have partnered with them, and they're amazing here. And shut up, Rob. He just wasn't like this to me. Wrap it up. We will be getting our merch site back up soon, which will be MainStreetProwlers.com, and that will cover our whole company that is encompassed by Main Street Blue Water. So that'll be Blue Water Paranormal Research, Main Street Prowlers, and Portside Rogues, where you can see previous episodes from all of us, as well as buy our merchandise from there too. And you can also request stuff from us on that website as well. So we'll be right back after these final commercials.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got to be Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
And welcome back, guys.
What? I don't see nothing.
The distractor as always. I want to see if this camera is working again, guys. Nope, there's Andreas again.
It looks like you're giving the finger.
Oh well. So, I'm gonna take you off camera. Sorry, dude. Are you gonna point again?
Nope.
Anyways, so let's get to the season. There's been a few announcements, like we come on camera.
I broke it.
Yes, you did, dude. You broke the cameras. So we have a Binghamton Black Bears officially announced as a new team this year, and we had the owner on here. So, what are your predictions for the new team coming in?
Fun, fast pace. It's going to be pretty good this season with them.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to scrim them over?
What team don't I screw over? Plus, at least I'm not allowed to answer that question.
Right.
Plus, they're going to be Bears. You can't see them. I can't see nothing.
So, Joe Pace is now coming back this year. This is going to be the first year in 6 years that he's not on the team at all.
Way he's talking, he's going to play the minimum games. That way, if
Well, I should say full time.
Right, he won't be here full time, but he'll be here to play his games that to keep him eligible for playoffs.
Yeah. Which every year it's been a normal year. We've made the playoffs except for our second or third year. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, especially coming with only 7 this year, which is down from the predicted 11 or 12 that we were supposed to have this year. But circumstances came to fruition where Mentor had to fold before the end of last season. Elmira was kicked out of their own arena. Danville was also kicked out of their own arena. But that's a whole nother story. Bloomington we haven't heard of a thing about. So we don't even know what's going on there. Motor City is supposedly still in the works, So that's 5 teams that were supposed to be playing this year that we didn't have come in this year. Excuse me. Why did you have to scare them away?
I thought that was the distractor that caused that.
Why did you have to scare them away?
I'm behaving.
No, you're not. You're wearing a Lions hat. Come on.
Go Lions, Monday Night Football.
I mean, that's the biggest distraction right there is the Lions hat. But,
Those are fighting words.
so I shouldn't say go Packers?
Exactly.
But,
Permission to sneak him over there.
but anyways, 5 teams. Do you see anybody replacing these 5 teams in the for next season? Either of you.
Maybe Muskegon.
Muskegon won't get them because they have the Lumberjacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. The USHL.
I don't know. Myself, I see hopefully a couple of the teams, maybe if they can't get in their original arenas, relocating. 'Cause I think he was a good, you know, Elmira was a great team. The owner was great for how he ran things.
Right.
I see him trying to hopefully relocate at least.
What's that city
You know.
we're talking about? We're by Saginaw.
Bay City.
Yeah, that one.
So you want to see them actually come to fruition.
Yep.
You
Or
know.
Bay City, the Bay City Civic Arena.
And I hope Motor City works out.
Yeah.
I really do. I hope they can get things together and make a team. But again, you know, if not, hopefully we can find another place for another team.
I mean, Fraser deserves it after being screwed over so many times,
Yeah.
especially in the last couple of years. I do not want to bring back up the
Yeah, let's not get on that subject.
Change subject.
Quiet already.
Scott Dragon says Elmira should look at the new rink in Amherst, New York. What is the name of that offhand? Do you know, Scott? While we're waiting for that, it's that would actually be a good idea because Amherst is a bigger city.
Plymouth.
Plymouth has the U.S. Development team in the USHL.
Oh, okay.
'Cause as we say before, you know, I know at the games we give teams a hard time while they're here, but you know, off ice we really respect. We love hockey, and we want to see these teams succeed. We don't want to see them fail. You know, it's just like the
Exactly.
Bumblebees. You know, we did not want to see that fail. We
And that
really
was
did not.
that was just a sad situation.
You know,
They were kind of screwed over by in the first place, even to start the season.
you know,
Scott just
because you think about, we went through the same thing. Luckily, our team didn't fold when we had the Falcons. We were the worst team in the league. We won 6 games all season, the first year. In the second year, we had one of the top teams in the league.
What's that?
You
The
know,
Falcons?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Falcons.
Yep.
You know, so we went through putting a team together quick too, and it's hard. You don't usually do good the first year.
But we had at least we had McMorrin right off the bat, though.
Right.
While Battle Creek, they were forced into the lower arena
Right.
with lower possible ticket sales.
Yeah, and then you
So-
can't. For this type of league, you really have to have some seeding and be able to, you know, 'cause you can't really charge a huge amount for this league either,
Right.
and expect to get people in seats.
I mean, you might get some compensation back, but it's, when you have a rink like Battle Creek had,
Yeah.
There's
and also
no-
we got, like I said, the other situation I was gonna bring up with the Falcons is those kids weren't paid. They were
Right.
their junior league. They're here to try and get into college and stuff, you know, to play in that type of league and to go somewhere else, so not having to pay the players, you know, you don't have as high of an expense either.
right.
You know, when you got you paid players, and you're trying to pay the players and get people in the seats, and you know, it's a little bit more.
Right.
I got some small hockey arenas here.
So that'd go based off of what Scott Dragon says, not knowing, but if you can get that to us by next episode, though, Scott, we'd deeply appreciate that too. Go ahead, Rob.
Allen Park Civic Arena.
Allen Park? I didn't know they had a arena out there.
Yeah, you got Allen
What,
Park.
what's the seating though?
2,000,
Huh?
See, that's
2,500.
That's Allen Park, Michigan, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Nova Ice Arena in Michigan.
Novi.
Novi.
North Town Center. I'm gonna look that up.
What's that? Iceland Ice Arena.
Iceland is closed.
Oh, it is?
I don't know why they still have that up, but that's out in Flint, right? No, that's
Yeah.
Lapeer. No, that's
No,
Lapeer.
it's Lapeer.
Yeah,
That's-
that's one's closed.
That used to have been the old Lumberjacks. Remember?
Yep.
Lapeer Lumberjacks.
Yeah, because that's also one of the ones we used to use for Silver Sticks.
Now, is this the one in Kalamazoo? Is this the stadium for Kalamazoo in the ECHL? Wayne Stadium?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so.
Northtown Center at Amherst, which their main arena, it does have 3, like you said, Scott, but their main arena has 1,800. That would be a huge hit to Robbie Nichols, but I think he could pull that off because Elmira was pulling 3,300 people a night.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, it does have a restaurant and a pro shop right on site, and it did used to serve the Buffalo Junior Sabres of the OJHL. It does still. It has the Buffalo Buttes right now, as well as the Buffalo Wings, which is still of the Major League Roller Hockey. So there's still capabilities of getting in there. And right now, it's not common. It's not uncommon for an NWHL team to be in with an FHL team because the Connecticut Whale also are in Danbury Arena, and who also hold the Danbury hat tricks. I was thinking of the Whalers for a second. John Clement. Robbie will find a way to make something work. Very smart businessman. He'll be back. Which, yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, we really want him back. It's, you know.
And thank you for coming in, John. I don't know if you caught your new boss earlier, but that was actually really nice to talk to him, too. How do you like it out in Binghamton, John? Northtown Center would be a good viable option in their intern future for Elmira if somehow, some way Elmira can't go back into First Arena. Which I want to see them back in First Arena, but,
Yeah.
But hey, the Buffalo area is can draw a little bit more if they want. Oh God, play nice, Scott. Play nice.
Dragon,
Yeah.
what do you say?
Are you gonna leave comments on during your broadcast? But this isn't the place to start arguments like that, though. Because we're just trying to support everyone in the league, and we. Binghamton is my hometown. Really proud to come home and be a part of it. And I'm glad that I didn't know about that about you though, John. I'm glad that you were able to go back home and work in something that you absolutely love doing. And I'm happy for you, and especially with a brand new team as well, where you can get that off the ground.
Here's one. What about the Blue Cross Arena, the old Rochester Raiders football team?
That'd be an interesting place to get into.
The arena can hold 15,500.
Yeah.
Nice arena.
Mike, I'm excited for them to come back as well. I'm very excited for them to come back. Man, Porter Prowler's We have like 7 minutes left.
Yes.
We do have a few familiar faces come back this year. First one, we have Matt Graham coming back as the GM and the head coach this year. What are your thoughts on that pickup?
Great.
That's gonna be awesome, honestly. Oh, that's right. They had the MREPs. That's right, the AHL team.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, John, so I forgot about them, so.
Okay, so besides Matt Graham,
We have Alex Johnson coming back in. He's an assistant GM, and I agree, Scott. Matt will do good. He's been learning from Joe for years. Now it's because I believe Matt came here in the team's third year, I believe.
Fourth year, he said in the.
Yeah, fourth year, somewhere around there.
Yep.
So he's been able to learn for the last 3 years from Joe, who's a spectacular marketer with him. And so getting that kind of marketing experience,
and we got our goalie coming back.
Mr. Corey.
who I'm very excited to have back on the show. We're going to have him. We have Corey Simons coming back on the show in the middle of October. I'm very excited about that one. I was mentioning to them, though, before, that'll be kind of a sad one because the last time we had him on was when Kyle Bailey was on as well. So that's going to be very sad, but it'll be good to have him actually back on for a good note.
Yep.
And
Michael Freeman said, don't forget the new Swedish player.
I forgot his name already.
Tellstorm. That's all I know his last name. Tell Storm.
Thank you for that so much.
Mike, what's his first name? October 18th. Kevin said Matt and Alex will bring a great team to Port Huron.
Yeah, they will bring a great team to Port Huron, and Corey will be here. Yeah, the October 18th, he'll be on the show. Thank you for reminding me about that, Kelly. And I'm bringing the Tellstorm's name up. He does come from Sweden. He's a European born and bred, so he's going to be a little bit feisty.
Oh, are we going to see a backhand goal like we did in the Ice Hawks?
Hopefully. Matthias Tellstrom. So that's going to be interesting, because we will definitely have a good player coming to us, because his stats are amazing. Thank you, Mike. I literally found that right when you commented.
Yeah, I was looking at his status this afternoon when I was at work. It's phenomenal. More fights in the stand this year.
Well, we don't have Elmira. Just kidding.
Maybe in our own section.
But no, that was what she was talking about. It was just a big misunderstanding on everyone's part.
Yeah.
And it's just a hockey mom just got a little bit too feisty because her son was on the other team, and being from the East Pluralities that we are, we like to run our mouth a little bit.
Sometimes too much.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, but
Hey,
when
that
you break that one down completely, her son used to play for our team.
But it was the Falcons, all right.
Right, but we were like that when it was the Falcons too, and she enjoyed it.
Right. Which is kind of funny and ironic.
Hey, that was Rob Larson's fault in the first year. He split us up with that stupid whistle. Remember that?
Okay, distractor.
I'm not even going to go into that one, though. I'm glad to see this comment section blew up today, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in today. Misunderstandings were only in Danbury.
Well, speaking of that,
So what other couple players we got to talk about?
We do have Austin Federley coming back.
Yep. Well, hometown player. Come on.
Dalton Young.
Yep.
We also
Dalton J.
we have Dalton J coming back. We got to have our leading scorer come back, right?
So the Russian 5, we have the 3 hometown boys.
Matt Stoya is coming back. Talking about another hometown.
That's 4. We need one more hometown Russian 5.
And then we do have a newcomer in goal as well. And I have to go back into the archives for that one, but I'll have that in a second. Also Dakota Ulmer is coming back as well. Austin Weber is coming back. Greg Harney. That's who I was thinking about. Greg Harney is the new goalie that I signed as well. Igor Kostitov is joining us as well, so that'll be a weird one. That is another Russian guy. Don't understand why Jake Mullins hasn't been given a shot in goal. That's another issue. It's like Jake Mullins deserves to be on a team. So there has to be something going on behind the scenes that we don't see. Because going from an amazing season, backstopping a team that couldn't win, to not having a job at all, there has to be something personal. So I can't say anything on him, so that we can only speculate on what's going on. I do not want to speculate at all. So, but I do agree with you. Jake Mullins deserves the job back, playing goalie professionally. So, but next week though, we'll talk more about the schedule, go a little bit in depth. Next week will be a shorter episode though because of it, but we will go more in depth in the schedule next week.
And you forgot one other person's coming back.
Who did I forget?
The blind ref.
I couldn't see the blind ref, so I didn't know if he was coming back or not.
Hey, I seen that. He was standing right over there.
But yeah, we will be back next week, and we will go over the schedule a little bit. And remember to have your questions ready for us next week if you want them answered. Until, don't laugh at me. But until next week, we will be having a little bit of fun with this guy over here. See y'all later.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. We got the Beat All Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on the wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.